Hello everyone, and today I am going to talk about one of my favorite lesser known apps that I think that I just kind of feel like talking about right now. So, let's get on to it. Lil Fox's adaptation of Black Beauty. So my first ever introduction to Black Beauty was actually the Disney version of Black Beauty. Um Not the one on Disney Plus. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. By Little Fox Incorporated, which they have like these just small little chapters, and I'm going to show you basically from the beginning what it's like. But I've enjoyed this for a number of months actually before I wrote this review, which I should probably update, maybe be a little more descriptive. Okay, so here we go. Open. Start at the beginning. And it gives us a little kind of, it's called the trailer.
The life
it's
of a horse. Friendship.
Just gonna skip that a little bit. But you can see here that like we can get 6 chapters for free on here, and then after that we're gonna have to buy them. So one chapter is only about $1. And there's, let's see, 35 chapters, so that's like $35. What I would do is I would purchase the entire series for $6. It doesn't really go away. It doesn't make you purchase it every time you install the app. What's happening here, because I've installed the app before, but obviously I don't have connection to all of these. So we go up to the top right on this the 3 hamburger lines or whatever we call them, and we can do a number of things here. We can turn off this thing called action story mode. I'm gonna talk about why I like to keep action story mode off, especially on phone, which it gets kind of crazy, but we can turn off the background music just like that or turn it back on. What we want to do is that, yeah, say I'm back here and I forgot that I have to pay for all of them. I don't want to pay for all of them every time I want to watch it. Maybe I want to uninstall the app for space for a certain period of time. What I do is I click on Restore Purchase. And it'll take a second, and then your purchases have been restored. And then from then we can like download or watch any of them.
Threw a stick at the big colt. It hit him hard on the chest. The colt was so surprised that he snorted, whirled around, and kicked up his heels. Then he galloped off toward the main.
So, yeah, the first 6 on here are free. YouTube, one second. So on YouTube, what you can do is go to the Lil Fox YouTube channel. Kind of has this little fox icon. Lil Fox Fairy Tales and Classic Stories for Kids. And 56 minutes, 10 stories. That's basically what it looks like. So you can get 10 stories available to watch for free on YouTube. Let's go here.
Then one day the squire came to the stable. John Manley had just ridden me out for some exercise.
So that's another thing that I want to talk about in a minute. This is a good source to help learn English, which that kind of shows a little bit of how much quality it is, but I can personally oversee the low quality videos that it gives and just enjoy the story. But on the app, actually, you can press something to get rid of those words down there, so you can just watch it plain, or you can read along. It's pretty cool. Let's see. So it says here in the description that it's the last episode that will be available for free on YouTube for all 35 episodes. Let's go to the... Okay, so I pulled up the website, the actual website, and it looks like, so there's 8 on the website that you can watch for free all the way, and then you'll have to pay for the rest, subscribe to their thing. But the funny thing is, why is it asking me in
Black
English?
Beauty, Chapter 15. A bad decision and a good one.
It will give you a preview, like up here it will say like 30 seconds till preview ends.
I know that little Joe meant to do his best for me after my exhausting run for the doctor. But he hadn't been working at the stable long and didn't know much.
It doesn't work.
So warm already that I wouldn't
Like
it.
if you skip it, it's like programmed to stop when it stops.
It was so warm already that I wouldn't like it.
And then it just says like, get full access to our stories and songs, subscribe now. So look, okay, here we go. So here's all the stuff that you can get from subscription benefits, and here's what they cost per month. $25 per month. About 3 months, it looks like it's sale $60 US. 6 months, 115, and don't have a promo code, but that's why I like the app, is because what I would do is I would purchase the entire series. Let's see. You can also put the words up in the app, which the words are automatic on the YouTube channel, as you probably saw.
Little fox.
Replay, play next, play all, and the other day I did play all and I timed it and I got about a little over 3 hours, so that's really nice. It's like a movie and a book together. And when you finish one, I think it has like a little check mark at the top, so that's what all the check marks meant. See, I don't think that you can play one while it's still loading, downloading. But as soon as it's downloaded, you can play it, you can watch it,
Chapter 6.
so on and so forth.
York shortened our check reins himself. He did it only slightly, but even that made a difference. At first it wasn't too bad. Then we came to a steep hill, and I began to understand why Ginger hated the check reins so much. I wanted to put my head forward to help pull the carriage up the hill, as usual. But this time I couldn't, and my back and legs felt the strain.
But if they try to make it too tight, look out. I can't bear it, and I won't.
Day by day, hole by hole, the reins were shortened. My work got more and more difficult and uncomfortable. Lifting my head up, he fastened the check rein so tightly that I could hardly move. Next he went to Ginger. I could see by the look in her eyes that she knew exactly what was coming. I was still in my harness with my head tied up. After what had just happened, I was feeling upset. If I'd ever been the type to kick or veer, I'm sure I would have done it then. But instead, I just stood there, angry and uncomfortable, with my leg throbbing, was paired with a horse named Max. He was used to the tight check rein, and one day I asked him how he stood it.
I bear it because I must,
He replied simply,
but I'm sure it's shortening my life.
"Oh, among the humans